After the mecca that was Daytona and the Speedweeks and the Daytona 500, we are set to go racing for race number 2 on the season, as we're here at North Carolina Motor Speedway, commonly referred to as The Rock in Rockingham. As we're set for 59 laps of racing on this 1.017 mile racetrack. It's the running of the GM Goodwrench Service 400 as we're set for racing here today. On the pole at 165 miles per hour, one of our in-car cameras in today's race, as a matter of fact, as well too, Jessica Shelton, number 94 McDonald's Ford. She's alongside number 22 Dylan Poteet in the Caterpillar Pontiac. Second row sees Daniel Bouchard in number 31, the Lowe's Chevrolet. He's alongside number 6, the Valvoline Ford of Zach Rogers. Third row sees Allison Rain in number 7, the Exide Batteries Ford. She's alongside number 44. It's Seth Cole, who has our second in-car camera in today's race. And our third camera actually lies inside the number 2 car, Dylan Young, the Miller Lite Ford. He's alongside number 3, Cole Deaver, in the GM Goodwrench Chevrolet, the race sponsor's car, as a matter of fact. Excuse me. Fourth row sees number 20, Joshua Osborne, in the Home Depot Pontiac, and number 33, Matt McIntyre, sits alongside of him. Next row has number 75, it's Jesse Turner in the Remington Arms Ford. He's alongside number 21, Quentin Moore, in the Citgo Ford. Next row down has number 98, that is Laura Chung, and beside her will be number 42, Kyle Matthews, in the Coors Light Pontiac. He's won here many times at the Rock. Next row down has Keith Batson in 88, the Ford Quality Care Services Ford. He's alongside number 43, that is Mike Becker, the STP Pontiac. Number 28, Kat Batson, has the next row down on the inside of the next row. The number 28 Texaco Haviland Ford. She's alongside number 4, the Kodak Film Chevrolet of William Brock, who hasn't won anything yet this season. We're only in the second race here. Anyway, number 18, that is car of Nathan Orman, has the next row down on the inside, the Interstate Batteries Pontiac, and beside him number 5, Phil Parker in the Kellogg's Cornflakes Chevrolet. Next row down has Paul Minnick in number 10, the Tide Ford. Beside him will be Charles Sanford in the Jeff Gordon cars, the DuPont Chevrolet. Next row down has number 23, that is Wes Mccoy in the Smokin' Joe's Ford. He's alongside the Daytona 500 winner, Zach Winkle, in the Kendall Motor Oil Pontiac, car number 40. Next row down has Levi McIntyre, number 99, the Exide Batteries SKF Ford. He's alongside number 30, Ryan George, in the Gumout Pontiac. Next row down, Trent Dunham in number 1, the Pennzoil Chevrolet, and number 26, the Quaker State Ford, driven by Ryan Brommer. Next row down has number 87, Aaron Macklin in the Burger King Chevrolet. He's alongside the number 17, Western Auto Chevrolet, that is driven by Roberto Crown Jr. Next row down is 36 car of Cement Oscon, and beside him will be number 29, that is Zachary Fitzwater. Next row, number 16 has Rob Evans, and number 15 car, Alex Miller, the Ford Quality Care Services Ford. He's here next row down, has 25 car, has a 25 car of James Henry, and number 81, Muhammad Abdullah. Next row down has number 71 car of Daniel Gitchak, and beside him will be number 37, that's Dylan Ebrahimian, on the outside. And starting shotgun the field will be James Sykes in number 90, and number 41, that is John Andrews, on the outside. So the field of 40 cars getting lined up here for this race here. We mentioned a great race at Daytona. We saw Zach Winkle win the Daytona 500, and only one race into the season. So this is race number 2 of season 30 of the Castrol GTX Cup Series. And can we see a second repeat winner here today, or will Zach Winkle make it 2 for 2? Well, we'll find out in the 59 laps that will ensue here today. Manufacturer's breakdown: 18 Fords, 13 Chevrolets, and 9 Pontiacs in the field this season for this series. So with that being said, here comes the command to fire the engines for the GM Goodwrench Service 400 here at Rockingham.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
That should be ladies and gentlemen. And ignition pulse sitter Jessica Shelton races second race. She's now 2 for 2 in qualifying too, because she was the pole sitter for the Daytona 500. As the pace car makes the go for the round for the pace lap, we'll be back for the start of the race right after this. Through the third and fourth turns they come here. It's a Ford Pontiac front row in this race here today, as Jessica Shelton and Dylan Poteet, two of the all-time winners in the Castrol GTX Cup Series, leading them all down for the green flag as the GM Goodwrench Service 400 is underway. Race number 2 of the series for season 30 is on. Daniel Bouchard moving to the low side of number 31 Low Chevrolet. He takes the lead to the low side. We saw the same thing happen, by the way, in the Mellow Yellow Racing Series event there. The pole sitter, the third place starter got the inside jump on the pole sitter for the race and took the lead on the first lap of that race. So Bouchard did the same thing there, set Shelton up going through turns 1 and 2, and got her on the backstretch here. And Shelton also falling back in that number 94 car, so had the disadvantage of starting on the outside of the row. Or not start. She actually started pole, but she had this disadvantage of being caught on the outside. So I was going to say Dylan Poteet had the same problem in that number 22 machine. As he also, and we got a problem on the backstretch, looks like. Oh, we got a big dust up here. Zach Rogers is around. Oh, and he's upside down to the number 6 car and lands on top of the 15 of Alex Miller. So first caution of the season flying here on the first lap, on the third lap, no question about that one. As the yellow flag flies and the cars start to slow here. But that was a massive stack up that happened on the backstretch here at Rockingham as Daniel Bouchard leads him down. Daniel Gatrockier is on pit road. I don't know if he was caught up in the crash or not, but we'll look and see what happened here in this first lap of the race. Or not third lap of the race, excuse me. It's not the first lap. They came off turn number 2 right here. You see Rogers coming off the second corner. I think he got... Okay, we started this one lap too soon. Okay, hold on. Rogers came off turn number 2 at this point of the track here. Several cars got off the wall here. Actually, he did get off the wall because right across the nose of Seth Cole's car, number 44. And everybody behind him starts to slow up here. Cole Deaver, Matt McIntyre, several others. Deaver, I think, got a piece of it in the number 3 car. He saves it at least for him. Here comes the 90 car of James Sykes, and right into Rogers' car. Quentin Moore just misses him. So does John Andrews. So does Charles Sanford. But Phil Parker and Ryan Brommer do not miss him. They slam right into the 6 car. Turns him over and lands on top of that 15. And Alex Miller had to be wondering what in the world. And so not the ending I'm sure Zach Rogers wanted, but unfortunately for him. But he was running 12th when that whole deal happened. Here, let's go on board with Seth Cole and see what he saw. We're on the front stretch at this point of the track. So you saw what Seth Cole saw from this view. He's currently running 19th at the moment in this here at Rockingham as the pace car continues to lead the field down. And so the pace car's lights are off right now, and we'll reset the running order for you here. It's Daniel Bouchard leading this race. Second is Allison Rain. Third position is Dylan Young in the number 2. Fourth is Joshua Osborne. Laura Chung runs 5th. 6th is Keith Batson. 7th is Mike Becker. 8th is Kat Batson, Keith's wife. 9th is Jessica Shelton. The pole sitter for this race. 10th position is Jesse Turner. 11th is Nathan Orman. 12th is Paul Minnick. 13th is Dylan Poteet. Wes McCoy running 14th. 15th is, excuse me, 15th is Levi McIntyre. Trent Dunham 16th. 17th is Aaron Macklin. 18th, Samant Oscon. 19th is Seth Cole. And 20th is Cole Beaver as the green flag's about to fly. And we are back underway on lap number 8 of this race, and Daniel Bouchard leading him slowly across the line. Allison Rain tried to find the outside lane and actually taps the wall doing so. That's going to stick Allison up to the high side of the track here. Dylan Young takes second place now in number 2. And here comes Osborne for the 3rd spot, and he's going to get past Rain. Laura Chung tries to do the same thing now in the 98 car. Mike Becker and Jessica Shelton all follow suit. So field now starting to get scattered out a little bit here. Dylan Young now in danger of losing second now to Osborne. Osborne, I just tell you, watch that 20 car. He might be a contender here in this race here at the Rock. Osborne went winless last season in this series, and he is hoping to vindicate himself from that. And it's got a ride now with Joe Gibbs Racing, teammates with Nathan Orman in the number 18 car. But Dylan Young moves to the low side, gets back past Osborne, and now sticks the Home Depot Pontiac on the high side here. Here comes Laura Chung trying for 3rd spot. And she's going to move inside, tries to get past Osborne. She will do so. Mike Becker in the 43 and Jessica Shelton in 94 trying to follow suit as well too. Into turn number 1, on board Jessica Shelton's car. Shelton running in 6th position right now as she goes through turns number 3 and 4. Mike Becker up ahead of her in 5th. On a speedometer right there, 144 miles an hour through the middle of turns number 1 and 2, and up to 175 miles an hour to turn number 3, and down about 146 in the middle of 3 and 4, about 155 off the 4th corner, and just up about 179 miles an hour to turn number 1. Fast racetrack today here at the Rock. And her last lap just over 160 miles per hour on this racetrack here. Allison Rain running in 7th position. 8th position is Keith Batson. Paul Minnick runs in 9th and now actually in danger of losing 9th to Dylan Poteet in the 22 cars. He moves to the low side. And whoa, Minnick just about wanted to sideswipe Poteet going into turn number 1. And Minnick not only loses 9th to Poteet, but also loses 10th to Levi McIntyre in the 99 car. There is Levi in the Excite Barry's Ford. McIntyre, the season 25 series champion, did that without winning a race there. And somebody's on pit road. It looked like the 23 of Wes McCoy. And it is Wes McCoy in the 23 Smokin' Joe's Ford. Problems obviously with that yellow and purple machine, and trying to find his spot on pit road there. And now he finally does find a spot. And it's going to be an unscheduled pit stop, a tire change on the 23 machine. So apparently Wes had a flat tire on his car. And this is going to be a costly stop. They're going to go all, or are they going to go 4 tires? I don't know. There may be some more problems with that number 23 car. I don't know. Anyway, so back to the leaders. Daniel Bouchard continues to lead this race here. Dylan Poteet, 2nd position. 3rd is now Laura Chung. 4th is Joshua Osborne, and Mike Becker still running in 5th, with Shelton still in 6th position. So we were going through the field rundown. At this point, Jesse Turner's in 11th position after Levi McIntyre just taken 10th. 12th is Seth Cole. 13th is Paul Minnick. 14th is Aaron Macklin. And Nathan Orman right now is in 15th position. Daytona 500 winner Zach Winkle runs in 16th. 17th is William Brock. 18th is Cat Batson, 19th Cole Deaver, and Charles Sanford runs in 20th right now in the DuPont Chevrolet. Matt McIntyre 21st, Cement Oscon 22nd, 23rd is Trent Dunham, 24th, battling for 24th is the 21 of Quentin Moore and the 42 of Kyle Matthews. And Quentin slams the turn 2 wall here and pancakes the side of that sit-go forward. That moves Zachary Fitzwater up to the 25th position now. Quentin down to 26th, 27th is James Henry, 28th is John Andrews, who started last in the field and at 41 cars. So he's picked up 12 spots from whence he started. Rob Evans is 29th, and 30th right now is Roberto Crown Jr. 31st is Alex Miller. Still got a little bit of a hood buckle on that number 15 Quality Care Ford. Ryan George is 32nd. Bill Parker, no hood on both those cars. Parker's 33rd. 34th right now is Dylan Ibrahimian. And 35th is James Sykes. 36th is Muhammad Abdullah. And Ryan Brommer right now is 37th. So cars out of the race here so far. And we had word it was a piston failure on the number 23 of Wes Mccoy. So engine failure. So internal engine problems on a 38 car, on a 23 car, I should say, excuse me. Also on the 71 car of Daniel Getrock, he also had a valve drop on the number 71 car. And of course, Zach Rogers out with a crash that happened on the backstretch back on the 3rd lap of this race. So 37 cars remain, and somehow all 37 of them remain on the lead lap. I feel that may change possibly over the course of this race here, but Dylan Young not letting Dana Bouchard get far ahead of him though in that number 2 car. As you ride inside with Dylan Young and the number 2 Miller Lite Ford and see how he drives this track at Rockingham. Up the high side he goes through the 30 and 4 turns now as he come off the 4th turn now. Falling behind the 31 car of Dana Bouchard, and now taps the brake in the turn number 1. Out of the middle of the groove of the track here through that corner. And pulls up right to the back of that 31 car, and maybe setting him up for a pass possibly as he come off the 4th turn here. He moves down to the low side. At last lap by for Young, 158.302 miles an hour. And he and Bouchard's going to go side by side through turns number 1 and 2. Drag race on the backstretch between the Ford and the Chevy. And it's going to be Dylan Young taking the lead here at Rockingham. So Dylan Young takes the Miller Lite Ford to the top spot. Bouchard down to 2nd spot. 3rd right now, and Joshua Osborne closing up in to 3rd position. Now he got back past Laura Chung for that number 3 position. And now she falls into the clutches of Mike Becker in the 43 STP Pontiac. So you got Ford in 1st, Chevy 2nd, Pontiac 3rd, Ford in 4th, and a Pontiac in 5th, and another Ford in 6th with Shelton. Then you got Ford 7th and 8th right now with Allison Rain and Keith Batson. A Pontiac in 9th with Dylan Poteet, and yet another Ford with Levi McIntyre in 10th position right now. So that's how they run at this moment here at Rockingham. 29 laps about to be completed and 30 laps to go, almost halfway home here at the Rock. In fact, this time by will be halfway home. It'll be 30 in the books and 29 to go in this race at the Rock, as the 26 car of Ryan Brommer is about to be put a lap down here possibly. He's 37th right now, the last car on the lead lap. Brommer, one of those drivers involved in that crash with Zach Rogers and Phil Parker on the backstretch. Bouchard goes by, and here comes Osborne. He almost got caught behind the 26 car, but decides to duck inside, and here they come down. Now Osborne, meantime, he gains up on the 31 of Bouchard as they come to the low side. Bouchard in the 31, Osborne in the 20. And Bouchard holds them off for the time being as they come down off turn number 2. And now we got more lap traffic behind Laura Chung and Mike Becker. And this also is that's also a battle for position here. Chung in fourth, Becker in fifth, and Allison Rains close up to the back of Jessica Shelton's car. Becker down the low side of the racetrack here, tries to get past the 98 car. In the meantime, that is also a battle for position here. The 7 car running in 7th and the 94 running in 6th. Bumper to bumper traffic here at the Rocket, over 150 miles per hour. So that's what the order of the day is. And here comes Becker down the low side. He's going to get past Chung, or tries to. Dips down, and he's got position here. And Shelton's going to try to follow him, and she will do so. So move Becker up to 4th, Shelton maybe up to 5th. And side by side between the 94 and 98 cars, and Shelton gets that 5th position now. Rain is up to 6th place. Allison Rain up to 6th position. 7th now, trying for 7th is Keith Batson. And now throw Dylan Poteet in this mix as well too, as well as Levi McIntyre and Seth Cole. And now Becker now got moved up the track, and Shelton takes 4th position now in the number 94 car. In the meantime, Joshua Osborne has now gotten by the 31 of Daniel Bouchard. So Bouchard, who led for much of the early part of the race here, is now slipped back to 3rd position. Though still a good run for that 31 car. He started this race in 3rd position, so he hopes to hang on to that for the moment here, or at least try to improve on that. In the meantime, Keith Batson got shoved up the track now. Here comes Poteet and McIntyre to the low side. And now Seth Cole's is now starting to roll to the bottom of the side of the track in the number 44 Hot Wheels Pontiac. And that moves Seth up to the 9th position. McIntyre ahead of him in 8th. On board with Seth Cole. And I think we had we may have had a lead change possibly here. Nope. I thought we had a lead change. They're just caught up on lap traffic now. It's Muhammad Abdullah in the 81 and James Sykes in the 90. That got the leaders caught. And now Young's now caught the 37 car of Dylan Ibrahimian. Margin between 1st and 2nd right now, just 0.6 of a second, but I have a feeling that's probably going to grow here as they come across the start-finish line this time by. Osborne easily gets by the 37 car. And now Bouchard trying to get past him now as well too. So Osborne right now is now 0.8 of a second back here, 82 hundredths to be exact. Bouchard is 1.2 back of the lead car. And now Jessica Shelton's going to have a task of trying to get by the 3-lap cars herself in here, but she may try it on the front stretch here. Actually, I don't know. She's now moves the 81 car up the track here, and she's going to... Okay, there we go. So anyway, four-car line right there on the bottom of the track here. Here comes Allison Rain down the low side, tries to get past Shelton for 4th position. And that's going to be close. Turn number 1, and Rain does not do so, and Shelton holds him off for the time being. It's be interesting to see how they get past the 37 car of Dylan Abrahamian as they come out the 4th turn here. Shelton tries to get a draft off that car, and she'll get past him, or this way I thought was going to get past him going into turn number 1, but now it's going to set him up on the backstretch here. Allison Rain still not letting Shelton get far ahead. And now Mike Becker got boxed in behind the 37 car, and here comes Poteet to the low side. He'll get past the 43 machine. And Abrahamian gets off the wall, just right in front of Becker's car, and that's going to hold Becker up even more. Mike, I'm sure, a little bit frustrated at this point. And he's now dropped from fourth. He was running fifth there. He ran fifth for quite a while in this race, and is now back to ninth position now. And now McIntyre now gets by Poteet, and so that moves Levi up to sixth position now. Seth Cole's going to follow him in the 44, and Becker's going to try to follow him in the 43 car. Meantime, back to that battle. This battle right here between the 94 and 7 cars. A pair of Fords going at it right here. Shelton in the 94, Allison Rain in the 7. On board Jessica Shelton's car another time here. Come off the fourth turn. Shelton right now currently is 4.48 seconds back in the leader here. That lap traffic's kind of screwed things up a little bit there, but she can see the third place car ahead of her. Bad news for Shelton, that third place car is about 2.7 seconds back in the lead of her. Or I should say 2 point. It is 2.7, excuse me on that. But she is trying to close up on him, and I think she gained those. No way. Anyway, but anyway, she's running fourth position right now at this point of this race here, which is not a bad run for anybody for that fact. So, 10 laps to go here at Rockingham, as I'm saying a bunch of nonsense as we watch Dylan Young try to get around some more lap traffic here. This one, got by Ryan George. Now he tries to get by the 5 of Phil Parker. If there's any good things for Dylan Young getting by all this lap traffic, though, it's the fact that the leaders, that the other leaders have to try to get by them as well too. But the downside, obviously, being though, you get caught behind the lap car, and the second place driver gets through him with ease, and you're losing time. And I'm sure Dylan, probably lost a little bit of time to Osborne at time well, no, he did not. He actually gained. Osborne probably had trouble getting by the 71 car, trying to get by the 30 car himself. And it's now dropped to 1.3 seconds back of the leaders now. And Dana Bouchard in the 31 car, he's now trying to get by Ryan George as well, so Bouchard trying to take second place back from Osborne now as we're now gaining up. As we're now closing up on 6 laps to go this time by. Dylan Young took the lead almost at the halfway point of this race, and he's never looked back since. And number 2, Miller Lite Ford out of Penske Racing as they come into turn number 1. That completes that number 53. We're down to 6 laps to go. Trying to check on some more battles on the racetrack right now here. 94 to 7 still going at it, but now throw the 99 in there to the other XI Batteries car. As Levi McIntyre now tries to close up on Allison Rain in the 7 machine. McIntyre, now bear in mind though, Levi and Allison's cars are not from the same team here. They have the same sponsors and the same manufacturers, but not the same team. Here, Allison driving for the team of Evans Gardner Motorsports, while McIntyre drives for his own team, Thrash Maniac Rock and Wrestling Racing. But Seth Cole also got off the wall off turn number 2, and it's now let Mike Becker and Dylan Poteet close up on the back of him. Seth running in 7th, Becker in 8th, and Poteet in 9th. Paul Minnick right now runs in 10th position as he's now having a battle with Jesse Turner for that spot. So some position exchanging maybe happening here in the last 3 laps of this race. Turner's in 11th, Nathan Orman in 12th, Keith Batson 13th. Kyle Matthews has now moved in the 14th position, so Kyle's moved up a little bit. And Keith Batson now, Cat Batson, I should say, excuse me, in the 28 car, trying to hold off the 33 of Matt McIntyre for 15th position. And Jessica Shelton also got caught behind the lap car of Ryan George, and Allison Rain's now gotten by Shelton, as has Levi McIntyre. Meantime, the white flag has flown over Dylan Young. He has 1 lap remaining in this race here on his way to his first victory of the season. Dylan was not much of a factor in the Daytona 500, but he is all but made up for here today at Rockingham. The Miller Lite Ford runs through turns number 3 and 4, and he's going to see the checkered flag. The GM Goodwrench Service 400 belongs to the man from Florida, Levi here. From the man from Florida, Dylan Young wins here at Rockingham. Dylan Young in the number 2 Miller Lite Ford Thunderbird goes to victory lane here today. Second place will go to Joshua Osborne. Third to Daniel Bouchard, a great day for him. Allison Rain with a 4th place finish. Levi McIntyre moved up to 5th. Jessica Shelton, the pole sitter, dropped to 6th. But still a solid day for that 94 team. Seth Cole comes home 7th. 8th will go to Mike Becker. 9th to Dylan Poteet. And Paul Minnick held off Jesse Turner to finish in 10th position. So average speed 138.453 miles per hour. Give you the rest of the finishing order here today. 11th place will go to Jesse Turner, 12th to Keith Batson, 13th Nathan Orman. So Batson got by on the picked up a spot in the last lap of this race. Nathan Orman was 13th. Kyle Matthews moved up to 14th in the final running order after being in the back for much of this race. Cat Batson, I should say, finishes in 15th position. Matt McIntyre 16th. Trent Dunham 17th, Quentin Moore 18th, Zach Winkle, the Daytona 500 winner, 19th. 20th will go to Aaron Macklin. Cole Deaver was 21st. 22nd will go to James Henry. Laura Chung dropped to 23rd after being up in the front of the field for much of the early going of this race. Excuse me. 24th will go to William Brock. Charles Sanford 25th. 26th will go to John Andrews after starting in the back of the pack here. He moves up from last to 26th. Zachary Fitzwater 27th, 28th Rob Evans, 29th Cement Oscon, 30th will go to Roberto Crown Jr. and Alex Miller, even with a damaged car, ends up finishing in 31st, but still on the lead lap in this race. In fact, was the last car on the lead lap in this race here today. So 31 cars finished on the same lap as the winner. Here today, Phil Parker was 32nd, Ryan George 33rd, Dylan Ibrahimian ends up 34th, James Sykes 35th, Muhammad Abdullah 36th, 37th was Ryan Brommer, the last car to finish this race here today, as 6 cars finished a lap down. Cars out of the race: Wes McCoy with a piston failure, Zach Rogers with a crash, and Daniel Getrock with a valve failure. So that will do it here today at Rockingham Raceway. And if you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got NR races, we got gaming videos, we got NR online videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole, desires to have for his channel, be sure to check out Seth's Duracell Cup Series, which is also on this channel. That's the main series on this channel as well too. And he's got a lot of cool stuff on his channel as well too. And also be sure to check out our other 2 NNSCRA offline series as well too. One of which happens to come from our winner today, Dylan Young. He's the man who does the NNSCRA Spectrum Mobile Cup Series. That's his channel's X8675309858X. So be sure to subscribe to his channel for some cool stuff of his, and also from Levi McIntyre as well. His channel Thrash Maniac 99. He's the guy who does the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup Series. So be sure to check out those 2 channels and give those 2 a sub as well. And also, give the NNSCRA channel subscribe for some cool stuff as well, too. So, That will do it here today at Rockingham. For now, this is James Qualls. This has been a production of the NNSCRA, celebrating 10 years of offline racing at its best. Congratulations again to Dylan Young, the winner of the GM Goodwrench Service 400. We will see you at Richmond.
Greg, did you have any ignition problems?